Please be aware of a few things for your safety and those around you. When placing this speaker on your car window, be sure not to pull or try forcing any part of the speaker on your window. It could damage your car or damage the speaker. The management holds you personally responsible for all property in this drive, and so be aware of your responsibilities. If you have brought your children with you, be sure to watch them as they play in the playground area. If they are injured, you are responsible for them. If they wander outside of the premises, you are responsible for them. If they vandalize the theater concession area, you will be responsible for paying any damages incurred. Don't allow them to wander around unless you are with them, or give them money to buy things unless they are responsible enough to make these decisions themselves. Theft is a crime. If they are found to have stolen any item in the concession area, they will be charged with theft by taking. If your child is below age or a minor, you will be held accountable to pay for any merchandise stolen. It is in their best interest in the theater that no one be allowed to roam by themselves. No one is allowed to bring in any alcoholic beverages inside the drive-in or the parking lot area. Smoking is only allowed in designated areas or inside your car. Finally, be aware that though we appreciate your patronage at this theater, the management does not allow any outward forms of affection to be shown either in the car or in public view. Be courteous to your fellow patrons by not doing so. This includes kissing, especially French kissing, tongue insertion into the mouth, necking, shooting birds at other patrons who you don't particularly like, excessively loud music, fondling, or other such actions that are considered vulgar or otherwise unseemly. Anyone who is seen doing so will be evicted from this theater and will not be allowed to return again in the future. Please be considerate to those around you by not doing so. All lovebirds are welcome to this theater, but not to show it to others. Thank you for your cooperation and enjoy the show. Tonight's presentation is being presented in Distort-O sound. Be inspired, be enthralled as you are captivated into the world of low-fidelity sound.
Monsters do have their place. In the zoo, in your nightmares, in the deep, in your favorite horror movies. But not in your living room, on your TV. Don't let pay TV be the monster in your living room. Pay TV and cable TV companies are seeking the right to charge you for the very programs you now get free. If you want to stop pay TV and save free television, sign the petition in the lobby of this theater. Let your lawmakers know how you feel in the fight against pay TV and cable TV.
My weird dream last night. I find myself at what looks like a flea market. A large building that has interconnecting rooms with nothing else but records, vinyl records of all kinds. The point of my visit, they are closing very soon and I have look around for whatever I really want and rush to pay before they close up. All the albums are in cubicle displays like what you used to find at Camelot Music and other places like Record Bar. I just keep going from room to room looking and hoping I'll get something soon. At one point, they flash the lights on and off because you know they're getting ready to close because they don't have a PA system. It goes pitch black whenever they did that, so it kind of felt scary looking around and seeing no light anywhere, no windows. It felt like you were deep inside a ship or somewhere there's no light sources other than the electric ones. Thinking on this point made me remember a dream I had that was as bizarre as this one. I am underground in a passageway where you have caves and stalls that people had set up for selling things. The entire place was medieval-like with just torches to light the way. No electricity here at all. Then behind the stalls is a smaller crawl space opening where these sellers lived. The people would walk by each stall and look for through things if they felt they needed them and either go on or buy. It was like a Stone Age lifestyle because it was. Later in the dream, I am in another area of this underground world and there's a huge hangar kind of space and you see a road going back into the sedimentary rock far down. This was like a huge underground bomb shelter, but it wasn't something for one person. This was large enough for a city to live. I thought how this place was so big. You could have put a cruise ship there or maybe aircraft. Where they would go, I don't know, but getting in there would also cause a problem. There didn't seem to be any way in or out. Being underground also made me feel I was in a bomb shelter because people didn't seem too much in a hurry to leave this place. They were happy staying where they were. Just as a note to the kind of life this one person's stall had, inside this crawl space was a small rock dwelling with torches and a small room for their bed. This person apparently disappeared because when I am going into this area, I never found anyone. Then people show up and start looking for them and I'm thinking, will I be able to stay here or be forced to keep looking for some place to stay? Thinking of that made me think about another dream. I'm in a department store like what you would see at a mall. I think it's a J.C. Penney store and they have a clothing section, etc. then a second level and a third level. You get the impression this isn't where you shop, but where you live. Like each elevator has viewpoints of people lined up along the route as it progresses upwards and you notice that these people are sitting around like they're in their living rooms. One level for women's clothing had a worker trying to prove they are capable of doing their job. Like if you couldn't prove it then they didn't fire you, but did something else to you. Maybe you were exterminated because, in this mall, you either do a job and live or don't perform and die to make room for all the others who are waiting or living while they wait for a job to open.
Hey you, yes you with the redneck Ford pickup truck. We advised all patrons at the beginning of this showing that we do not permit anyone to do unseemly or vulgar acts inside the theater. Since you don't care enough about your fellow watchers, you will be evicted shortly by the management. If you resist, the police also will be contacted and you will not be allowed to return again in the future. Don't think we haven't taken steps to make sure you don't slip in again like some snake. Your photograph was taken and we know all about you from the license plate on your truck. Yes, deadbeats like you make the drive-in experience a total waste of time. Why pay to watch something when arrogant dopes don't care enough, like you, to be courteous? We see that beer in the back too.
In many ways, I have made my own assumptions that each dream deals with how people survive under extreme circumstances. During a nuclear war, we all will have to do that every second. Survive some way, and that's the idea of these different dreams I've had over the past 5 years or even the past few days. Whenever I had dreams in the past 20 years, they never made much of an impression on me like now. I feel these dreams are important enough that my mind remembers them and I can recall things about them years later now. What does that mean? Jesus said that old men will dream and young men will have visions. That means we will take what we see in our dreams seriously, I think.
A pleasant aroma for you, but not for mosquitoes. Pick is easy to use. Light it and forget it. Pick's aroma keeps mosquitoes, gnats, and sandflies away. Pick is the best protection for barbecues, fishing and camping trips, or just relaxing in the yard.
So if you don't want our company ever anywhere and just like Pick and see what I mean? Bye!
Pick is on sale at the refreshment stand now.
Words men live by, words of strength, of wisdom, and of peace. We urge you to find the spiritual comfort and guidance we all so greatly need by attending your place of worship regularly.
Watching this presentation today. Be sure to replace the speaker on the pole before you leave the inn. Any damage you make to the speaker will be taken at the gate before you leave, so please make sure you are cautious about what you do before pulling out of your parking space. Your cooperation is appreciated tonight. Be sure also to watch for any children around you who might run out in front of your car. Be courteous to other drivers by not honking your horn at them. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Come again.